Just how you show you're an expert GameSpot. 4 lives. You can put those training wheels away. You don't have to be afraid of the two-wheeler. Skin heels.
Welcome to GameSpot Live. I'm Greg.
One more bout should be good, Greg-san. There we go. I think you've given me the proper respect.
When
now
the word shooter was used to refer to games like Gradius and Galaxian and Space Invaders, rather than games like Doom and Halo and Medal of Honor.
Right there's professional lead-in.
Standard-looking vertical scrolling shooter.
Ikaruga's nothing like shooters of today. Here's a list of games Ikaruga's nothing like.
Gunning
Tetris.
Down, tons of enemies. It's you against the whole world, basically. And,
Greg has a very grim view of the world. Only the cockroaches have survived.
So
and
this
the boxes
seems like
they
a
scuttle
really
behind.
Simplistic kind of homage to a bygone era, and yet
bad news
Ikaruga
for you.
is just
How
a
much
truly
kind of contradicts
remarkable
some
game
things
and
you
a
say
truly
later
great
on in this
game
review.
in its own right.
But it sounds artsy. Let's not leave it
play
out.
Games like this, of whether you appreciate games like this, Ikaruga is still a noteworthy achievement.
Please explain how this is a noteworthy
You
achievement.
know, it's really fortunate that this game made it stateside, since it started just as a kind of a quiet release in Japanese arcades. Even though Ikaruga was created by a small number of people and was released pretty quietly, actually it had a lot of people excited even before it came out. That's because it's developed by a company called Treasure, which is well known for its games of this nature. Treasure is a developer that makes these highly technical games.
Games entirely about memorization.
With, really good production values, and also that just kind of push the envelope for the genre, even as they kind of fall squarely into it. So, in Ikaruga
is like exactly like a regular shooter, except it pushes a regular shooter into a different direction that it's
it defies the notion that's been kind of reinforced over the past 20 years that you, as the player, have to avoid everything on the screen.
Don't use your reflex skater in Mars Matrix. You stay far away from those bullets.
You have to dodge everything and maybe only pick up the occasional power-up or something like that. But if you see a bullet flying at you, get out of its way.
You can just sense the fright
Ikaruga turns this concept on its ear by introducing the idea of polarity.
As he mentions a bullet
your
possibly
ship
coming
at
in
any
his
point
direction
can change from white to black form, and every single enemy that you encounter in the game is either white or black itself, and will shoot either white or black bullets. The way it works is you absorb any light-colored bullets. So if you're white, you absorb all white bullets, and if you're black, you absorb all black bullets. Pretty simple. But this system causes you to constantly think on your feet, because the thing is, when you shoot at an opposite colored opponent, you deal double damage.
They're just clutter right now because
but when you shoot at a light-colored opponent, you're much
you have
safer.
to watch out for those.
At the same time, if you destroy a light-colored opponent, it'll shoot kind of these suicide bullets at you.
Holy shit! Was that just shooting game terminology I heard?
You'll destroy an opponent, switch to the opposite color, and then be destroyed by its kind of a volley of fire.
If you're a hopeless drooling retard, that is.
Just as it explodes. So really, Ikaruga has a very distinctive feel and strategy.
Like making it to the other side of the closing walls before blowing up.
A lot like other games of its type. Additionally,
even though it looks exactly like a 2D vertical scrolling shooter, it's nothing like other 2D vertical scrolling shooters.
And also, you know, towards bragging rights, since you can.
And you can be sure with that 2 million score, you're going to get a lot of bragging rights on the Ikaruga leaderboard.
Password system,
on easy
web
mode.
ranking. Also, whenever you absorb
so what you got is a polarity system, which turns the genre on its ear. So it's kind of like a shield that you'd see in Gradius about 25 years ago, except instead of 3 hits, it takes an infinite amount.
You're constantly trying to absorb
one set of bullets you got lapped.
The other and switching back and forth. It's a really unusual dynamic, and it makes this game really fast-paced.
It makes this review fast-paced but extremely
On top of that, this game
contradictory.
is simply really hard.
This game's an homage,
only 5 levels,
but it's revolutionary. It's
fast-paced, but it would just be
pretty much just like fucking R-Type.
Nearly impossible to memorize too much more. Stuff
I can just see why your brain is taxed. You got solid lines you need to switch through right there.
To Ikaruga
and such a tiny space and such a tiny hitbox.
On top of that,
if you're not aware of what a hitbox is, that could be dangerous.
Really going to be the key for your mastery of the game. It's what separates, you know, the truly great.
It's what separates people who've wasted over 100 hours playing this piece of shit, people who haven't.
Destroy enemies in multiples of 3.
Are you kidding me? We haven't already covered this crap?
in whatever order, as long as it's 3 at a time.
4 minutes and 50 seconds
Every
into
stage
this
is
dump.
set up so that you can shoot your way through the entire stage without skipping a beat.
Shoot your way through the entire stage without
you need
having to move.
the precision of a surgeon, if not something even greater than that.
If
Ikaruga
not something even greater than that.
It looks really, really good.
Like a nerd in their
really
bedroom.
clean. It's got a really,
Hey, I spent 50 hours on my Vic Viper resin
again,
kit.
That all the
You can
enemies
damn
are
well
white
bet
or
I got
black.
the
It's
hands
this
of a
very,
surgeon or something greater
thematic,
than that.
artistic style to it.
That's
and,
spoken like a man who's
the
obviously had some
different,
really bad surgical
enemy ships
experiences.
and boss monsters you run into all have kind of a surreal and
Boss
strange
monsters and
look to
screen
them.
covering
They
end of
don't
level
even
baddies
look like
and his balls to
spaceships,
the
they
wall
don't look like
blastathon.
the
You haven't
whole
seen a
game
blastathon so
looks
intense
quite
that you played a
unusual,
16
and
megabit
again, that's
cart.
sort of a testament,
Now just
to
don't
the
show
fact
that
this
bicycle
game
tire
manages to
boss. Don't
distinguish
show that
itself
bicycle
from,
tire boss,
dozens
Greg.
of other games of this nature.
That'll kill your entire
point.
point.
It's got a soundtrack that's kind of a throwback to other old shooters. It's very heavy on the synthesized instruments, but it sounds great and fits the action very well. This is a real no-nonsense kind of game.
Same attack
no
again.
fancy intros, no long loading
And
times.
meanwhile,
You
let's
just
cut some
start
cinematic
playing
bullshit.
and you're off. You could play 1 or 2 players. Again, there are additional layers of depth when
Now you
playing the
see
game
how I have
as
1
2
life and
players,
you have 3? That's because you just
mostly
bumped me
in
into the
that,
wall a few times, you
there's some
retard. Don't do
entirely
it
new
again.
types of strategies
I'll
that
take
open
my
up when
EA
you've got
mug
2
and
ships
smack
on
it over
screen.
your head,
Ikaruga
stupid
is a
ass
pretty
intern.
hardcore game. It's clearly designed for people who've been playing space shooters for a long
All them
time.
space shooters. I'm
It's
showing off
there
my knowledge
just to
of
really
genre.
surprise
Space
and impress
shooters.
people who've
I gotta
been
dumb this down
playing
for the
this
lowest
genre,
common denominator.
just in
I gotta make sure
how
you
it
understand what I'm
defies the
saying, so I call them
conventions of the
space
genre. At the
shooters.
same time, it's a game that pretty much
You
anyone,
got me,
should
viewer.
be able to appreciate
You
at
understand what
some
I'm
level,
telling you
just in
now?
how,
It's a space shooter. Now,
simple
we're going to have a
and,
test at the end of this
precise
review,
and
and if you can answer the
fast-paced
question,
whole
there's
game
one
is.
question. If you can
If
answer it, I'll give
anything,
you an S+++
one could liken it
rank.
to something like Tetris. It's a game that just hasn't been done before in any form.
Take a note of this. I'm going to rewind it.
And unique.
I'm not compared to some other things you
hard,
said.
So it's definitely not for everyone.
Hey guys, does this ghetto tape make me look fat, possibly
stupid?
stupid?
It's not a game that everyone should go out and buy.
It's not a game everyone should go out and buy. No one should go out and buy it. Now let's cut to the.
It's a pretty
let's cut to the rewind
vertical
feature.
Scrolling shooter. It's a game that just hasn't been done before in any form. It's very unusual and unique. Really nothing like it, even though it looks a lot like other games of its type. It's a pretty standard-looking vertical scrolling shooter.
It's revolutionary because it's like every other space shooter, but I just don't know. I don't goddamn know what I'm talking about anymore. Now Ikaruga looks like really bland, generic shit, but it's also awesome at the same time. Doesn't really complicate things too many colors. So Ikaruga's a lot like all those movies film critics tell me to like. That works for me. I'm a game critic. I can't argue with the film critic. That's like one step up on the ladder.